Oh, good Monday evening. Uh, Sorry about that earlier. That last video, I was just starting the live stream and I had a phone call come in from the OPD, Oakland Police Department. Apparently, there was a homicide right down the street last night and they wanted to look at the cameras. And I didn't know exactly what she was looking for, and it wound up taking me several hours to get everything said and done and get back down here. And by that time, I had to leave, so I didn't get to straighten things out. I seen several people had viewed it when I got back just a second ago, so yeah. But anyway, they I didn't know it, but there was a rapper shooting a video right in front of my building yesterday. Yeah, it's all good though. Love to have been out there to see it and have fun. But hey, fish are doing much better today. I don't know if anybody can tell or not. I think I said in last night's video I had gotten a couple more fish to put in there because my male beta was always after my female, and it wasn't for reproduction purposes. It was an aggressive. It was because there wasn't enough fish in there to distract him from her. I've noticed today a lot less aggression on his half. He doesn't seem to be going after her as much. For the fish I got, they're bottom feeders. They like to feed off the bottom of the tank, which is perfect because when I feed the fish, some of the food does always go to the bottom. No matter what you do, some of it just makes it down to the bottom. So it feeds those fish. I also got, as part of a bottom feeder thing, it's a dwarf African frog, is what they call it at PetSmart. Not the easiest thing to take care of. I did not realize that it needed a different kind of food. It needed something that just certain kinds of food. I'm going to see how it does with what I have, and if I see it's not eating any of it and it's not doing good, I will have to go get the right food. Joy of joys. But I was going to go to PetSmart this evening, but I wound up working until just a few minutes ago. It's already like 9 o'clock, I think, or no, 8:23. I need to adjust that time on that damn thing. It's 8:30 almost. So, yeah, one of those things. And I am going to adjust this because it's going to drive me insane. Cancel. System. General. 08. 24. Oops. 24. Okay. There we go. Got that done. I never did reset the DVR down here to the correct time when daylight savings time went into effect, so yeah. I did get a couple of short how-to videos on a couple of things done tonight. I will be posting one of those videos probably tomorrow morning or tomorrow evening one. Tomorrow morning probably won't happen because I have to get this apartment, a couple of things done first thing in the morning before we have a pre-Section 8 housing inspection. And that means afternoon and evening I will be free after I finish up all that stuff. Tired, feel like pure doo-doo. One of those things that happens. Tenant over there at the building I was at a little while ago, she's having massive allergy attack right now. Massive. And it's causing her to have like a migraine. And she hurts very badly. I know how she feels. But yeah, tank's looking a lot better. Everything's a lot more peaceful. Hopefully my female beta grows her tail fin back real soon. I can't remember what those are that I got, but I'm trying to get a few fish in there to get started, because when I set up my timed feeder to feed them while I'm gone, I can't tone it down enough for just the betas and the one glowfish. So I have to have, 5 or 6 fish in there, and then I can get it down to that. I'm not sure where I put the feeder I had, so I'll probably wind up buying another one. Joy of joys. It ain't gonna hurt it though. No big deal. Easy to fill, Things are looking good. My boss, he's starting to realize things ain't as easy as he thought. He's just starting to catch on to stuff. Because he's never in the field, he doesn't realize exactly how hard everything can be. He never goes out and buys the materials for a job that needs done. He just up and does it. He just says, okay, go get the material and get it done. So I go and get the material, and he rings it up, or they ring it up and call him so he can make a phone sale. And he's like, oh my God, what did he get, And they'll tell him, they'll give him a general list. And he doesn't quite understand. And, oh man, I gotta grab a drink. He never quite understood what the prices were of stuff. He just took it that I was buying more stuff than I needed. He'd get a $500 bill, and he's like, holy cow, So Saturday was a bonus that he was actually able to come and get an idea of the prices, because he saw I was getting what we needed, and yet doing that, it was still very expensive. Just made it just, one of those things. He's not happy about having to spend the money. The building we're at today, he doesn't like spending money, like I said. But he knows that I'm not just playing around and buying stuff just for the heck of it. So they had a key, okay. Anyway, so now he's not as frustrated, but he saw a crack where it had been mended over at the building I was in today. It's actually in the empty apartment that I was working in. And he had seen where somebody had fixed it, and they didn't fix it right by any means. But anyway, he could see where it had been and everything, and he's like, what in the world is that? And I said, well, that's a crack from the foundation, because it has foundation issues, and he's getting quotes on it already. But he didn't realize it was that bad. So he was like, okay. And he sticks his head out the window for the dining area, and he's looking at trying to look down at the foundation, which is another 10 feet below us, roughly 10 or 12 feet below us. And he didn't even look right next to him at the stucco going down, and you can see where it's starting to crack because of it. And I was out looking out the other window next to where the dining room area is, and I pointed out to him. He looks, he's like, oh my, Yeah. I'm like, yeah, you don't realize how bad it is. So he's like, yep, I guess I gotta go spend 30 grand to have the foundation fixed. And fixing foundations is not cheap. And if I can get it done, get the approval for it from the guys doing the foundation, and I'm here when they're doing it, I will see if I can't get y'all some video of it. Maybe get some explanations, what's going on, what they're doing. That way there, y'all can see what goes on. Hey, it's something better than nothing. Uh, just how it goes. And I am going to end this video here in a second because I am tired as hell. I am sick. I didn't get no sleep last night to speak of. I mean, I was up most of the night trying to just sleep because of this congestion. It's no fun. But it's how it goes when you're sick. So I'll be like this for a few days, not get any sleep hardly, and then all of a sudden I'll start feeling better and get more sleep. I've got a lot of miscellaneous repairs. I've got to talk to the guy that owns the property next door and let him know what's going on. Tell him, hey, look, he wasn't aware of what I was thinking of, what we had talked about. My boss got a hold of the property owner next door. Me and him had already discussed in the past how we were going to do the fence line, so it would be easier for him to get in there and back a trailer in to do the repairs and stuff. And my boss just talked to him, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to get it done. And my boss says, well, I'll take care of it, and they agreed to do 45 feet of the fence from the street, the first 45 feet. So I'm going to talk to him. I'm going to give him a call probably tomorrow during the day. I'm going to tell him, hey, look, my boss didn't know we had talked. Why are we going to do 45 feet from the street? Let's end it, 45 feet from the street or whatever it is. That leaves our laundry room in the back and allows him to move his gates further back so he can back a trailer in. It makes sense to do it like that. So I'm sure once I point that out to him and point out to him it'll be a lot cheaper, he'll listen. But yeah, that's how it goes. My boss, he doesn't. If he had communicated to me and told me he was down here talking to the guy, I would have told him, said, okay, hang on a minute, let me get there before you commit to anything. But my boss does not like to communicate like that. He doesn't say, oh, well, I'm going to come down here and talk to him first, and then I'll meet you over there. He just, I'll meet you over there, and then when he shows up, then he tells me, well, I was over here talking to him. Okay, what good does that do? I'm the one who's doing the repairs. I'm the one who needs to know what's going on. You're not doing it, So I'm going to talk to the guy probably tomorrow morning. I'm going to tell him, look, talk to my boss again. Tell him, just let him know that we're going to go ahead and just do like me and you had talked about before, and we're just going to move back, further back so we don't have to replace as much fence. That way there, 15 feet of fence. Perfect. If that's all you've got to replace, you can't beat it. And at the same time, by doing that, it will allow me to get over there and cut and keep clean the street right there by the street, to where it makes both properties look decent. Because right now, his guys that are supposed to come out and they're storing their stuff on there. The agreement he has with them, because they do landscape work, is they keep the grass cut. And they don't want to do what they're supposed to do. So they come out once a year and cut the grass there. Unless he says something. And if he doesn't say something, then we're doing good to get it cut once a year. It's just how they do. They're lazy for whatever reason. And it doesn't make sense. Okay? Now, I'm not trying to stereotype people or anything. Okay? Mexicans tend to do some good work fast. They don't have a problem doing the hard work. And the guy who owns the property next door, he's Mexican. I don't know if Mexican would be the politically correct term, Hispanic, whatever. I'm trying not to be disrespectful. Anyway, the people who are supposed to be taking care of it for him and storing the property there, once again, they're Mexican. But, you know, it's how it works. So we're going to get it straightened out because I really want to move that fence back. And once I told my boss, look, why are we putting the fence all the way up to the street front? People are climbing up on this brick wall, and then from there the ornamental fence is only 2.5 foot tall. It's so low that a 9-year-old can climb it without even straining. So a grown man, they can literally leap over it. So he's like, you're right. Let's revisit this. So I'm gonna get it moved back, just the way it's gonna work. And the guy next door, he doesn't have to move his section back if he don't want to, but I'm going to recommend it because, I can't tell him how to do his and how not to. As for our side, it needs moved back. But what the heck. I need to go up there and see how that DVR is doing with that copying the video footage to the flash drive that the officer left. She's supposed to pick it up again tomorrow morning. So, yeah, I am getting ready to head out and call it a night. Please comment, like, and subscribe today, and have a wonderful, wonderful night. Catch you on the flip side.